Formula One regulations have changed a lot in the last few weeks. Of course, this is mainly because of the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic and everything it meant for the planet and for the sport. So we have met with the FIA, with Formula One, with all the other teams, and together we have been trying to set up some regulation change in order to better protect the sport in terms of sustainability and in terms of economical viability for the couple of years to come. So what has changed? Well, first and foremost, the new regulations, the so-called 2021 regulations that were supposed to come with very different car and very different looking, has been postponed for 1 year. So this is going now to happen in 2022. What's going to happen before that? Well, we are going to keep racing with the 2020 and the 2021 car, which is basically the current regulations. And we are going to go a step further in trying to limit the cost of development by very much limiting the amount of upgrades that a team can do on its own car. So how is it going to work? Well, first, you see the bodywork of the car. This is still free. We can still, in the coming 2 seasons, we can still develop aerodynamics as much as we want. Our wind tunnel time, our CFD is a bit more limited than it was, but in terms of how the car looks like, we can keep developing and keep trying to improve what is, of course, today the main performance differentiators. What's happening underneath the bodywork, this is a very different story. This is now pretty much frozen, so the whole car can be used this year and next year. The chassis itself is frozen. Now, what is the token system? In order to be able to pick 1 or 2 upgrades of a part of the car. So each team will have to choose whether he wants to upgrade the front suspension, whether he wants to upgrade the gearbox, whether he wants to upgrade the wheel rims, and each team will make its own considerations, and we will all have the same number of tokens to spend in order to do these upgrades. So that's what we are gearing up for. Of course, as Scuderia Ferrari, as fans, we like competitions, we want continuous competitions, we want continuous development, so we cannot be happy with the situations of limited development. However, we understood the big pictures, we understood the fact that we had first to protect the sport and ensure that the sport is sustainable, and this is why also as Scuderia Ferrari we have supported these changes for the 2 seasons to come.